The New England Patriots need to double down on this. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out that content to people just like you who can't get enough Patriots football. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. Today, the New England Patriots unfortunately fall to the Indianapolis Colts. Almost in every aspect of that game, they dominated. We are going to jump into it. But first, this is what I need to talk about. Drake Maye has absolutely performed for the New England Patriots, has proven to every single person that he was worthy of the 3rd overall pick. Arguably, he could have been taken 1st overall based on how Caleb Williams is playing. But that being said, they need to double down on Drake Maye. This offseason, they need to put weapons around him. Even with this team, a lot of people would say is depleted when it comes to specialty players at wide receiver, at running back, wherever it might be, the offensive line, la-di-da-di-da. He is still performing at a top level in the National Football League for someone who hasn't even played every game this season, who was hurt to even start the game. And so when it comes down to it, Drake Maye, they have a gem, and they better not waste it. They better not waste it. So again, as time goes on, we will talk more and more about potential pickups for the Patriots and all that stuff. But what I want to do is I want to prove that to you. I want to break down this game. First of all, I want to show you this wild stat. First stat of the day. First, Drake Maye has the highest yards per carry by any quarterback in a season since 2000. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a long time ago. So Michael Vick, Kyler Murray, Michael Vick. At the top of that, Drake Maye, 9.1 carries, yards per carry. Golly, I can't even talk, sorry. Anyways, I'm frustrated, beyond frustrated. Anyways, Drake Maye putting in the work. We look at the box score super quick. 24-30 passes. Golly, he was hitting on all cylinders. He has a rocket arm. He can weave it in. He seemed on today. His one interception, which we will talk about, it seemed more like an error on Hooper's side, maybe thinking he didn't have the ball or wasn't sure where the ball was. Rolled out. It not Drake Maye's fault. Wasn't like it was a botched read of the defense or whatever they were in. And it was just the fact that Austin Hooper literally just coughed it up. Drake Maye as well, 5 carries, 59 yards. He had that big carry for 41 yards. Again, he is so much better in the pocket than Jacoby Brissett. He is beyond his years in the pocket in playing football again in the National Football League. This Colts defense is not a bad defense. This Colts team is potentially a playoff team. They, like I said before in earlier videos, if they make a run and they start winning some games, and they have some very winnable games coming up, they can be in the playoffs. Now, again, watching this game, yes, when they needed to score, they scored. When they needed to get a 2-point conversion, they got the 2-point conversion. They did what the Patriots could not do, and that was score touchdowns in the red zone and score when they needed to score. So first, we're just going to drive through it. First drive, and there's going to be a consistent theme that you may have not picked up in this game that I'm going to throw right into your face. And that is the fact that every time they had a chance to score a touchdown, not every time, but they had 9 drives this game. 6 of those drives, they ended in the red zone. That first drive was Maye was sitting in the pocket too long on 3rd down. Again, you'd rather take a sack than throw an interception in the red zone. That was a sly field goal. Then Maye, the second drive, again, that was the huge run. Great pass by Drake Maye rolling out of the pocket to Hunter Henry, and he got hit on like the 1 or 2 yard line. But then we had an Nwenu holding, and then a Layden Robinson holding that negated all of that. And then it was another Joey Sly field goal. And then we had the Ellis pick, awesome pick. Again, looking great. I'm thinking, hey, they are playing much better than I expected. Again, that drive was a 4-and-out. And that ended up being a Joey Sly 54-yard field goal. And then their 4th drive was the awesome corner route by Austin Hooper. Obviously, this is before the pick, but the awesome route. Drake Maye, I want to reiterate again, doubling down on this guy, and putting weapons around him, because this guy can win a Super Bowl. This guy will be able to do great things for this franchise if they put the people around him. Let's not forget someone like Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, they never ended up getting him an offensive line, and he was tired. He was done. He was hurt all the time, and he quit. And don't get me wrong, he wants to have kids. He wants to be able to be a functioning human being. I get that. You got to put people in front of him, and you got to put people around him to make him successful, make the team successful. And that's what the Patriots need to do. Elliott Wolf, Gerard Mayo, sorry, I'm on the soapbox right now. This franchise, they cannot mess up this guy, this quarterback, because he is special. But anyways, that throw, incredibly hard throw. He literally put it in a box to Austin Hooper, scored the touchdown. Beautiful. Next, they hold the Colts punt, and then the last drive was a horrendous missed field goal by Joey Sly. I believe it was 24 yards. It was embarrassing. He missed two. The last one, I'll give him. It was 68 yards. It would have been a career NFL record 68-yard field goal. But again, just a rough way to finish, because we know final score 25-24. That would have been the huge difference in the game. Again, next drive, the Colts go out there and the Patriots hold them to a field goal, which was great. Again, they get into the red zone. Again, the consistent theme is they get into the red zone. This game could have looked much different. Let me throw this other stat at you. The Patriots outgained them 422 yards to 255 yards. Look at Anthony Richardson. He only had 109 passing yards. They'd even beat him in rushing. Sure, Jonathan Taylor had 96, and Anthony Richardson had 48, total of 144. But again, the Patriots outrushed them by 56 yards. And again, looked much better on the ground. Again, the big difference, the Colts, when they needed to score and put points on the board, they did it. When the Patriots didn't, they looked like they were incompetent and they didn't know what they were doing. They need to capitalize in the red zone. Again, let me say this. 6 of their 9 drives, they were in the red zone, and they ended up with 24 points. 24 points. That could have looked a whole lot different. It could have been a blowout if there wasn't that pick by Hooper. That's a touchdown. If there wasn't the 2 holding calls on that really nice Hunter Henry catch to the 2-yard line, would have been a touchdown. Missed opportunities time after time. And again, this is something, and I'm not saying it's Drake Maye, but again, it's the offensive line, and Wenu killed me on the hold. Because I hype him up as the best player on that line. And as a leader, you can't be doing that, especially in that position in the red zone. So close to scoring another touchdown. But again, the Patriots had opportunities, and they dwindled. They had opportunities, they dwindled. Again, we look just real quick down low before I go back into the drives. Hunter Henry was an absolute dog today. 9 targets, 7 catches, 75 yards. Had some big time catches. I loved the shuffle pass they did during the game. That was awesome. Austin Hooper, perfect 4 of 4. Booty, a little different. He was 3 of 6 catching. Kendrick Bourne, perfect. Stevenson, perfect. Douglas, perfect. Polk, I don't even want to talk about him today, but yeah, he didn't catch it. Anyways, so you look at that. That's the pick. But then we go back. The next drive is the Gibson touchdown, the Gonzo interception, which was an awesome interception. Again, I say that about Drake Maye. Double down on him, put people around him. Same with Christian Gonzalez. These two can be 2 of the best players in their position in this league if this team really focuses on putting people around him. I'm not just saying that as hyperbole. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to, get everyone excited. Watching these guys play, you go find me someone. Sure, you might throw out Sauce Gardner. You might throw out Jaden Daniels. But again, how they're performing right now, this young in their career, they have a ton of potential. A ton of potential. Again, the Gonzo pick. And then that ended. The Colts, they punted. Colts ended up getting a touchdown. And then that last drive, 4 plays, they drive down, 60-yard field goal, missed. just it was online. But again, Joey Sly, if he would have made that 24, I don't know how you miss a chip shot at 24 yards. It's rough. And again, in retrospect, things happen. You play the game out and you do everything you can to put yourself in a position. But again, the Patriots were in a position to win this game multiple times, and they never closed the book. Case in point, multiple trips to the red zone, couldn't do it. Outgained the Colts, couldn't do it. Really, their secondary looked great. 50% completion percentage for Anthony Richardson. Again, for the most part, controlled him somewhat on the ground. He did have that rushing touchdown. We talked about that yesterday. One of the keys to the game was controlling him, keeping him in the pocket. And so the Patriots defense, they did well. The Patriots offense needs to capitalize in the red zone. Needs to be disciplined. We've talked about it over and over. This offensive line, stupid mistakes. And listen, I know Drake, you're probably going to say, well, there's opportunities that Drake Maye had that, on that third and goal, that first drive where he sat in the pocket too long. Again, I would rather him take the field goal than throw an interception. But again, you get into the red zone 6 times and you only end up with 2 touchdowns and, what was it, three field goals? How many field goals? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3. 3 field goals. It is what it is. And then you miss 2 field goals. One, I will give him that missed 68-yard field goal. But that other one should have been a chip shot. Think of how different this game would have been if they would have scored 2 touchdowns. You take away the 2 field goals, take away the interception, whatever it might be, and put 2 touchdowns instead. This is a totally different game. And the Patriots, again, need to figure these things out. But it does, watching a game like this, even though it sucks to lose, I hate it. We all know, and we've seen it, the writing on the wall, is this team is going to be probably a top 3, top 5, if not higher pick this year in the draft. Get weapons around Drake Maye. Get weapons around Christian Barmore. Get weapons around Christian Gonzalez. There are great players on this team. And again, a lot of people have said this wide receiver core isn't great. They did their part today. For the most part. Everyone caught almost all their passes they needed to on all their targets. Drake Maye put the ball where it needed to go. They just couldn't capitalize when they needed to. So, again, frustrating, but hopefully they can move on. They can regroup, do what they can moving forward in these last 4 games. And they're going to be tough games. You got to play the Bills twice. It's not going to be easy. I believe the rest of the games are all potential playoff teams. So it'll be interesting to see. On a lighter note, I'll end with this. The Jets lost, which was awesome to watch. So, again, comment below. Tell me what you think. What are other keys maybe I'm missing? Maybe you're thinking I'm too optimistic. I don't think I'm too optimistic on these guys. Comment below if you disagree. Comment if you do agree. And I know I say this all the time, but what would you like to see? So comment below. You guys rock. This Sports Talk Patriots. My name's Aaron. We'll talk later. Peace.